Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Listen folks, there is no doubt about it in my mind, there is no longer a debate. He is the guy. And look, I know this gets divisive, and even my last video that I made covering Ron DeSantis got more dislikes than normal. Even if I say that I believe Ron DeSantis is a stronger politician than Donald Trump, I'm not trying to attack Donald Trump, and I'm not saying even that Ron DeSantis should run in 2024. 2028 seems like the perfect timeline. Trump 2024, Ron DeSantis 2028, Ron DeSantis 2032 is the perfect timeline. So don't get it twisted, folks, but what I am saying is that this man, Ron DeSantis, I mean, for Pete's sakes, he needs to legally change his name to Based Ron DeSantis or Ron Based DeSantis. He's the guy. He is the most impressive politician out there. He has it all. If we're talking about sports, let's make a sports analogy. It's the end of the season, a couple months go by, the playoffs are over as well. It's time to make your draft pick. Who are you picking? If you go on that stat sheet and if you look at all the intangibles, the eye test, whatever it is, whatever your process is, and you go through each and every single category, Ron DeSantis is number one everywhere. There's just no doubt about it. He's got it all. An outstanding political track record. His academic and patriotic credentials are out of this world. I mean, just Google it. He graduated from Yale University and Harvard Law School. DeSantis joined the United States Navy in 2004, where he was promoted to lieutenant before serving as an advisor to SEAL Team 1 and being deployed to Iraq in 2007. He's got charisma, and most importantly, he's got backbone. There is nobody who puts the media and puts the press in their place like Ron DeSantis. And this is starting to turn into a series. I mean, every single time Ron DeSantis takes to that podium, drops the mic, and just absolutely obliterates the mainstream media and the mainstream press, it's video worthy. The guy is a superstar. And so, of course, that's exactly what we're going to continue to do. Here's Ron DeSantis's most based moments, best mic drop moments of the week, as I continue to make the case that Ron DeSantis, Ron Based DeSantis, is that guy. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. But of course, before we get into any of it, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share the video as much as possible. And with that out of the way, let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's continue on with Ron DeSantis' superpower. Ron DeSantis isn't just untouchable when it comes to the media. They've tried attacking him so many different times, and it's backfired spectacularly 100% of the time. In fact, he just keeps getting more popular. He's not just good at countering the media. What Ron DeSantis is good at is shutting it down. You know, if we're talking about lifespan, the actual lifespan of phony stories attacking Florida and attacking Ron DeSantis in the media, well, they're incredibly short. In fact, they're almost non-existent because Ron DeSantis spikes them down like a damn volleyball, except with such incredible force that the volleyball explodes on impact. Here he is again, as the mainstream media creates this phony narrative and starts their new hit campaign targeting Christina Pushaw, Ron DeSantis' press secretary. Take a look at this.
I am not deterred by any smear piece from these legacy media outlets. The only reason they're attacking her is because she does a great job, and she's very effective at calling out their lies and their phony narratives. And so whenever they're smearing somebody, you know that person is over the target, and so they're scared of that. I would be much more concerned with my press secretary if the Washington Post was writing puff pieces about her. Then I would think something was wrong. With these legacy DC, New York outlets is we don't care what you think anymore. We know you peddle narratives. We know you lie. We know you don't care about the facts. And so you can try to smear me or anyone in my administration all you want to. All that's going to do is embolden us to continue moving forward for the people of Florida. And so, ridiculous attempted smear, and it'll have absolutely no impact on anything that we're doing in our office.
absolutely based. And look, if you just watch this video, you say, strong response, good for you, Ron, and you might move on. But if you pay attention to the details, you see that Ron DeSantis is actually an expert at what he's doing here. He's smart, he's on the ball, saying stuff like, well, she must be over the target, and flat out rejecting the media, not giving in to their BS, saying that he would be more concerned if they were writing puff pieces or push pieces about his press secretary than if they were smearing her. And so he sets the standard, essentially says, I'm not concerned at all, and it ends right here. There is nothing legitimate, and I won't give it another millisecond of thought because it's just a load of BS and we're going to move on and we're going to continue to focus on the state of Florida. That is why Ron DeSantis is such a serious player. There is absolutely no one with the name recognition and the leadership qualities of Ron DeSantis in the Republican Party who has the ability to do that. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest weaknesses of the Republican Party. They're such incredible cowards. Whenever a Democrat narrative pops up, they shiver in their boots. They start panicking. Oh no, there's going to be a tweet storm with my name in it. The Washington Post and the New York Times are going to write something bad about me and maybe my family or people who work with me in my office, and so I must give in. They give in to the pressure. Every single one of them. Lindsey Graham most recently saying that he would support any gun legislation that Biden proposes, because the moment there is a big, massive press story that can be used to attack Republicans, people like Lindsey Graham fold. They give in, and they try to protect themselves against the legacy media instead of protecting their constituents, and more importantly, the will of their constituents. Ron DeSantis isn't playing those games, and he has a proven track record once again. Even though it's a relatively short track record, he's only been in office for, not so long, less than 4 years. But throughout those 4 years, he has proven time and time and time and time, and I'll just keep saying time and time again, that he will not budge. Not for anyone. Actually, here's a great example. Most recently, Ron DeSantis has been suggesting a brand new map, a district map or a redistricting map for the state of Florida, considering the population growth in the most recent 2020 census. And what Ron DeSantis did was take one of the northernmost districts, which was extremely wide-spanning. He believed it was too long and he cut it in half. There you go, you got 2 districts. They changed a couple other things, and it resulted in Republicans gaining 1 seat, and also a couple toss-up districts being lean Republican at this point. But honestly, I'm not sure if that's so much the redistricting and more so the political trend that is Florida. But the point is, he redid the map, and the media has been trying to drum up this massive conspiracy and also controversy. I'll give you a couple of seconds to guess. What do you think the media accused him of? Of course, the big R word, racism. Ron DeSantis' redistricting map is racist and targeted black people and black communities. And the media tried calling him a racist basically for the last month. And Ron DeSantis each and every single time has not budged. In fact, he's told them to F off basically with their bogus narrative and slanderous depiction of his redistricting map. And then lo and behold, Ron DeSantis is once again vindicated. Forbes reported on it as court reinstates Florida congressional map eliminating black district. But that was the reporting before it was actually headed to the Supreme Court. And then just the other day, Politico reports Florida Supreme Court locks in DeSantis-backed redistricting map. It went through the courts, and it seems as though Ron DeSantis once again has been vindicated. And also, what a ridiculous narrative. What a ridiculous accusation. Ron DeSantis eliminates black district. There's no such thing as a black district. There's no such thing as a white district or a Latino district. There's only one kind of district. Once again, the word's probably on your tongue before I even say it. There's only such thing as an American district. Actually, not even an American district, just a district. But of course, Democrats don't realize that as they're trying to be anti-racist, it seems as though they're advocating for segregation in some weird way. Ron DeSantis and his team merely took a district in the north of Florida, I believe it was near Tallahassee. It was massive and they cut it in half. What was the reasoning? Well, Ron literally said, it's too big. It covers too much land. We should cut it in half and make 2 districts so people can have adequate representation, where if the district is too big and your district representative is hundreds of miles away, it's kind of not a good thing. But look, again, Ron DeSantis doesn't give in. In fact, Ron DeSantis doesn't even pay attention to it, doesn't even give it the legitimacy that they so deeply crave and desire, and that's exactly why he wins. He just does what he thinks is right and what he believes Floridians want, and that's why he's a winner. And also, who's going to buy into this bogus narrative about gerrymandering and redistricting as Democrat maps across the nation, not just in Democrat strongholds, but in places like Wisconsin and other purple states, are being slapped down by the Supreme Courts because Democrats Democrats have been engaged ahead of the 2022 election in not just gerrymandering, but extreme gerrymandering, and in some cases, benefiting to the tune of 3 to 4 seats in a single state. But Ron DeSantis is supposed to apologize for cutting a Tallahassee district in 2, and somehow he's a racist. Nope, and it'll never work with this guy because he is too powerful. He has that political impenetrable armor that I've mentioned earlier. He has something about him, and trust me when I tell you, the Democrats and the Democrat establishment are scared of this guy. And honestly, scared might not even be the word. It's more like mortified, petrified, horrified. Because once again, Ron DeSantis is the guy. I've seen a whole lot of politicians in my life to tell you that Ron DeSantis ain't one. It's that simple. Thanks for watching though. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.